What's up, guys? I'm BTC. Welcome back to Overwatch Agents, where we review match replays to catch the cheaters and throwers who try to ruin the game. If you have a replay to share where you think someone was cheating or throwing, you can send it to me along with the info on the screen. Let's get started. In my last video, I asked you guys if you just wanted to see the quick clips or you wanted to see the entire review process, and overwhelmingly, you guys asked for the whole review process, so I'm going to start doing that more, but I'll still include some of the quick clips here and there. In this first video, we're going to be looking at a Mercy who is suspected of cheating using some sort of auto-click system. And in case you don't know, well, there it is right there. So, yeah, this player is cheating. I can tell you right away, already this player is cheating. What's happening is they're using a very simple cheat. This doesn't even need to be any kind of, like, extra program. There are a lot of mice or keyboards that you could set up to have a macro that will do this for you. And this sort of thing is incredibly difficult for Blizzard to detect because there isn't any extra software. It's just your mouse, or it's just the keyboard running a little macro program where it is constantly switching back and forth between heal and damage so that you're essentially getting the benefit of both. Yes, you do get a little less healing from doing this, but you're also constantly boosting your teammates' damage. And is it possible for a player to do this, to just rapidly left-click, right-click, left-click, right-click? Yes, it is possible, but it's unlikely. Also, if you look at how quickly it's changing back and forth and how rhythmic it's happening, this is very obviously being controlled by the computer. It's being controlled by some extra program. There is no question that this player is cheating using a very simple sort of click system where it will change back and forth between heal and damage. In this match, we're going to be looking at a Widow suspected of cheating. Let me slow it down. A little bit easier to see the lock-ons and all that sort of stuff when you have it at the 25% speed. Alright, so Zenyatta, not moving, only a body hit. I think if this player was using a cheat, that would have been a free elimination right there. But I'm not seeing it. Speed it up a little bit here. Decent amount of wobble and sway. If there was an aim lock, I think that Hanzo would have been toast. Attacking the Reinhardt through the barrier, even though there was a couple people open on the right. The thing is, some aimbots won't target players that are behind barriers. So that was a pretty clear miss there. A lot of aimbots won't target players that are behind barriers. Instead, they always go after the ones that are not. But in that case, the player was trying to hit the Reinhardt, trying to break the barrier, help their team maybe, or maybe just didn't even notice the other players on the right-hand side. Sometimes people get tunnel vision. It happens to everybody. Body hit. A little bit late on that one. Body hit. Granted, it is from behind. Skip forward a bit. Body hit. I don't see anything in this one. This one looks completely clean to me. Let me skip forward. Body hit. Yeah, this is clean. I don't see any cheating in this whatsoever. In this match, we're going to be looking at a suspected cheater. The information that I got from the email that sent in this code says that a lot of this kind of revolves around the very beginning, where the player is supposed to switch to Widow and get an elimination that maybe they shouldn't have been able to get, possibly tracking through the wall, and also some other fishy stuff later on. So the first thing we're going to check out is the switch to Widow. Actually, let's go back just a little bit here, because I want to see if there's any tracking through the wall here. So the player that we need to look at on the defending team is going to be the Widow player, which is right here. And I didn't see the crosshair tracking them or anything like that. And now setting up at the jump spot. and got the elimination. Okay, let's back this up just a little bit here. And we'll see if there's any tracking through the wall or any lock-on, snapping, any of that sort of stuff. I don't think there's going to be. It didn't look like it anyways. Alright, so the defending Widow is moving up in the jump spot. And it's important to show that the Widow is moving up here. But the crosshair is right here, dead center in the jump spot. And then the Widow appears. And just a slight movement and gets the elimination. So the person who sent this in, you're not going to like to hear this. There's nothing fishy about this. That is a known spot where defending Widows will try to get a quick free elimination on the attacking team. There was no tracking through the wall. There was no lock-on. None of that stuff. You just jumped into a very obvious spot. And another thing pointed out about this account is it's very low level, and that is kind of indicative of cheating players, but it's also a pretty good sign of something else, which is a Smurf. And I get the feeling that this is going to be a Smurf. Let's take a look at some of the other play through this match here. So attacking that Hammond, but the Hammond was attacking on the left, so you could see the attacks going. Just some quick movements here. Gets taken out by the Echo. Let's skip forward a bit. So something I want to show you. This Pharah is using the wall on the left to block off any of the defenders who might be attacking from the capture point or up on the high ground. Which is something that a higher skill Pharah would do. So I think it's pretty safe to say that this is a Smurf, right? This is a high rank Smurf. I don't know if this player has intentionally deranked or anything like that, because it is a very low level account. It's entirely possible that this is just a secondary account that the player is trying to level up. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're trying to Smurf in a lower rank. It might just be a secondary account. But I don't see anything fishy with this. In this match, we're going to be looking at a D.Va who is suspected of throwing. As you can see, it's a very low-level account, so it is entirely possible that this player is deranking. Funny thing, when you're looking for a cheater, you need to slow it down to look for the locks and the snaps and stuff. But when you're looking for a thrower, you just want to speed it up to see if they're doing anything that they shouldn't be. So far, it looks okay. I mean, I wouldn't say that's exactly a great play, but doesn't necessarily mean throwing right away. Alright, so most of the team is dead, but decides to go in by themselves. Okay, looking a little more towards the throwing. Let's see how we do with number 3. Going AFK for a bit, and the entire team was now just taken out. And now decides to go in. Just goofing off here. And not even trying to fight back. Now, let me skip forward. Okay, yep. This player is throwing 100%. Very obvious that this player is throwing. Going AFK for long periods of time. And also just feeding. So yes, 100% throwing. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to be comment of the video, then leave yours, and while you're at it, ring the bell so you never miss a new video. Also, if you want to get some cool gear, join my Discord server, or follow me on social media, then check out the links down below. And remember, always blame the controller, because it's never your fault.